Welcome back to the channel. So, quick discussion, the new Rolex book, the authorized book that came out. So, what I've learned so far is Rolex does not care about its vintage models. It does not care about its enthusiast whatsoever, to be honest, because they allowed an author to write this book that did not do the proper research and obviously is not a watch enthusiast himself. So any other book that guy comes out with, in collaboration with Rolex, I wouldn't be interested in picking up. I mean, it's going to be misinformation. So Rolex really feels any vintage model. Like, this isn't considered vintage. This is an '07, I think, Rolex Explorer. They feel this watch is inferior. All they really care about is their new watches. That's all they care about. They care about their new models, their new watches. They care about the future. They're not worried about the past. So, everyone tries to get all warm and fuzzy about all these vintage models and all this stuff. I mean, Rolex doesn't even know anything about, vintage models. And most of these people buying these new models, they're not buying them because of the past. They're buying it. They're really only buying a Rolex watch because it says Rolex on the dial. They don't really care about, any of the heritage or history or anything. They just buy a Rolex because they've got some money and they want to flex. So that's why they buy one. So Rolex really does not care what you have. If you're rocking a 5513 or, mil sub, 5517 or, a 1680 or, they don't care. They don't care. So, that's apparent now, so, and I've felt like this for a long time. I mean, I honestly, I owned a ceramic sub at one point, and it was a nice watch. Don't get me wrong, but it was not what I was used to. I love the older models. I love the 5-digit. I love the 4-digit. I love all the older models. That's what I like. I am not into the new models. And, I wanted for a long time to get one directly from the AD. And, the only watch that I would probably get from an AD would be a new Explorer 2. And the only reason is because it still kind of looks like the older models. You know what I mean? It doesn't have any of the ceramic or bling or shininess to it. It kind of is like the last, Rolex, real tool watch Rolex, in my opinion. I'm sure other people are not going to agree with me, but, whatever. This is my watch channel, so I'll say what I believe. Yeah, if you're a true enthusiast, you need to collect the older models. You need to not care about any of the new crap and just, roll with it. There's so many cool watches out there. We as enthusiasts know the true history. I get on my submariner videos, it's funny, the 4-liner, I get a lot of people that say, oh, the 4-liner, that's not true to the original and this and that. I'd rather have a 2-liner. I've had 2-liners and 4-liners, and the 4-liners harken back to the original 5512, okay? The 2-liners are harkening back to the 5513. That's what it is. And I've also had people say, oh, something like drilled lugs, there was no drilled lugs on the 14060M. There was always drilled lugs. There was always drilled lugs, and there were always hollow in links. That's how they made that watch. The 14060M ran all the way up, even alongside the 16610. Now the 16610, that had solid in links. It had it had a no holes case, but the 14060M, that ran all the way up till the very end, until the 114060. It had drilled lugs and it had hollow in links. So, there's a lot of people out there that even comment on my videos that aren't, they don't have the knowledge of Rolex, and they haven't had any of the experience with the older models. So, and that's okay. You need to learn about them. There's a lot to learn, and that's what's cool about the hobby, and that's what's cool about being a true enthusiast. So yeah, if you're going to buy one of these new books, just pass. Don't do it. It's going to be a waste of money. Buy an older one. You know, look online, look at watch videos or read, you know, some articles, you know, online. You'll learn a lot more than what you'll get out of this book, and I'm sure the book's overpriced anyway. So anyway, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks. Bye bye.